All right, and I do believe we are now live. I'm dealing with a little injury on my elbow. I had to go get a Band-Aid. It's bleeding a little bit. Just trying to make sure I don't make a bloody mess. Okay. I think we should be good. If I get a little blood on the arm of my chair, I'll just clean it off. It's plastic, or some sort of variation of plastic. When last we left off, we played through the third episode of Enotria, the last song. And I haven't planned this out, so it's not like I know exactly what I'm doing in each episode, but we're just moving through the game at a fairly decent, normal pace. Nothing crazy here. Not trying to go wild and crazy, but also not trying to not be wild and crazy, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and throw out the live link so everyone knows we're live. Gonna jump over to X. This will be invisible to you while I do this. And I will advertise that we are now live. Oh, you know what? Let me copy this whole G3 thing. You know, I don't have a good way to make a superscript number 3 because I don't have a numpad on my keyboard. We're playing Enotria, the last song. Get in here. Get in here. Gamers, grifters, and gooners. Link in reply. You have to put the link in the reply because links that are placed directly in the tweet deboost the tweet, which sucks. You don't want to get deboosted. You want to be up boosted, reboosted, double boosted, triple boosted, even possibly a boostacular or a boostillionaire, quadruple boost. All right, we're live on Twitch, or at least we should be. Let me double check Twitch for you guys. Yes, we're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Everything checks out. This is Enotria, the last song. And we've been swapping between what we like to call the big ass hammer, the BAH. It is a massive weapon. Yes, it's insane. It does take a bit to wind it up, but if we need a faster attack, we've always got the torch, which works kind of like a mace. You'll notice that this one takes almost twice as long, both on the wind up to attack and the wind down, the recovery. Look at that beautiful, clear, crystal blue Italian water. That, my friends, in theory, is the Mediterranean, where they have what is arguably one of the best diets in the world. Interestingly enough, the weapon goes partially transparent, so you can partially see through it, which is fascinating. But it doesn't always do that. I guess it depends on the angle you hold the weapon. See? This barrel on a stick is so large that I find it actually blocks my view of the enemies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've aggravated these guys. We got one shooting at us. We've got whatever that effect is. So what we're going to try to do is get this guy. Oh no, he got me again. Dang it. See, this game is not easy. That archer is hitting us so fast, it's not giving me a chance to heal. Woo! And that little dude blasting out his effect right there, not helping at all. There we go. All right, well, that was brutal. This guy has Fatuo, so Gratis is his weakness. Oh, wow, yeah. He's so weak to Gratia, rather, not Gratis. That means free in Espanol. He's so weak to Gratia that one shot from the mass line took him down. One thing we need to keep in mind is we have a ton of Armonia Amber. Or, I mean, Armonia Sap. So, we can afford to use a bunch. You can only carry 10 at a time. Though it's unfortunate that I have not been able to find the exact path forward yet. Oh, he got me before I could get him. Alright. Here, let's do this. Let's use our Ammonia Sap, and then we'll just R1 spam this guy, and hopefully stagger him, and get back some health. Oh. Actually, the Armonia Sap is not working. Oh, I wasn't able to use it in time. Meggy, what's going on, man? Ah, shoot. Oh, I died. Total waste of an Armonia Sap. Let me tell you something. This build is turning out to be a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. I am still trying to control this bleeding on my elbow. I got a Band-Aid on it, but I've got blood on my hands from something, and I'm not even sure what. I don't know. I'm just, I think it's old blood. It's the old blood. This is like Bloodborne. It's the old blood. All right, just got my ass kicked. But you know what they say? Get back out there and get your ass kicked again. I think they say that. I like the hammer, but the wind-up on it is a bit slow. So it's not easy. But check this out. I don't have a mass line. Woo! Yeah, this guy you cannot stagger very easily. But now we can just step on him. All right. A burn? No, I don't think it's a burn. I bumped it in the shower and it's bleeding, but I put a Band-Aid over it and I don't see any blood there. But then I've got blood on my hand over here, so I don't know where it's coming from. It's blood from somewhere. Who knows where? Okay, the archer has not seen us yet. What we're going to do is try to build up Gratia here. Alright, we got a buildup of Gratia. Dang it. And then we're going to do this. Oh, yeah, check that out. When you know what they're weak to, it's so much easier. You got to use the enemy's weaknesses. I still have Gratia on my weapon. I want to take advantage of using it on this archer. Dang it. Gosh darn it. These guys are intense. Okay. The other benefit to Gratia is that you do actually regain health as you attack. Still got oh, the Gratia's gone now. Well, that's alright. We'll just build up to another one. So we'll see if we can get this guy's attention. He'll throw a dart at us, so we have to be ready for the dart throwing. What we'll do is we'll sneak up on him and MC Hammer this son of a gun. It's hammer time! Okay, I misjudged the timing on that one. My goodness. Oh, it's the dizzy effect, that's why. When they're afflicted by dizzy, they do more damage, but they take more damage. All in all, it ends up being an overall negative, because when you take that much more damage, it's just hard to stay alive. So I got to figure out where to go. I went all the way up top, checked all this area, and I think we got stuck at the top before we had to call it for Tuesday's stream. Oh, hang on now. Did we go through here? Is this the path forward? Or is it just a path and it dead ends? We probably already went in there. There is no full-on map, although there's, I think you get an item that's kind of a map or something, if I remember correctly, but it doesn't, maybe I'm thinking of a different game. What I should do is keep track of Enotria to see when it goes on sale so I can tell everybody, get this game. All right, let's see. I think is there another guy down there? No. Woo! Mr. Dart Thrower. Oh yeah, there we go. Gratia. Hell yes. So you see they have that icon on them. The skeletons, most of them at least, have the icon that looks kind of like a flame. It's a red circle with a white flame in it. If you look up there in the corner, like, let me see if I can get... Oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, no, it won't show a cursor, darn it. But you can see that there's a kind of like a circle of symbols. And that circle shows you what is weak to what. And it goes in a counterclockwise order. Meggie, oh, Mayonnaise Chase, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to G3. Mayonnaise Chase, awesome guy. I've been on a stream with him before. Would love to do it again. I'm currently working on this massive video, which is going to be over 2 hours long. And I already put out the thumbnail. Let me, oh, you stupid son of a bitch. Okay. Oh, I forgot you can't stagger them on the first hit. And I also forget I need to do more parrying. I also need to heal first, and I'm dead. All right, let me bring up X here. This game is so much tougher than I remember it being. It's insane. Wild. All right, I gotta swap over to show you guys this. I've already revealed what I think is gonna be the thumbnail for it. Not 100% sure I'm going to use this one, but I probably will. And here it is, guys. Boop. Absurdly stupid review of Stellar Blade. So I figure I can't really do topical or... Well, topical issues I can do. What I can't do is I can't really keep up with reviews as far as being useful to people to determine if they want to buy a game. So what I'd rather do is make somewhat stupid, silly videos that people can watch just for the hell of it, for the fun of it. And they can enjoy it even if they've already purchased the game and played the game. They can enjoy it even if they don't care about the game. That's my goal, is it can be something that people can watch even if they have no interest in the game itself necessarily. Golly. This area is really a step up in difficulty because so much stuff is so hard to stagger. What shot at me? Did the archer already notice me? Something shot me. Mayonnaise Chase is trying to find some wholesome stuff for the podcast tonight after all the BS that has gone on this week. Yeah, you know, one of the problems with doing the talk show podcast format, and it's good and bad, is that negativity basically sort of takes the lead because people want to see train wrecks. People want to complain. People want to see someone else get mad about something. And it's not wrong. It's not bad. But sometimes you're just like, man, I just like to talk about something good for a change. You know what I mean? I'd like to talk about something positive. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, I thought I had him with that one hit there. Woo! That didn't even kill him. Look at the insane amount of health he still has. This is wild. Nice try, butthole. Okay. Woo! This is one enemy, guys. Ouch. I do not remember the game being this hard. I think it's the Elementalist build I'm playing. I think I should probably... Yeah, I should probably swap out... Well, no, I'm supposed to be dedicated at this point. Whoop, that was a partial parry. Got that one. Oh! Killed himself, eh? Set himself reeling off the edge. Meggie says, I like the review of RoboCop Rogue City, which is why I noticed you're streaming also. Yes, I very much enjoyed that review. Not a terribly popular review. It didn't get a lot of views. You know how it is. Today, we're doing something a little different. I'm going to drink a negative 196 grapefruit flavor. It is a premium vodka-based drink using whole fruit, which are flash frozen and crushed at a negative 196 degrees Celsius using a proprietary Japanese process. They're not cheap. They're not easy to find. But we buy them up whenever we can. The wife and I do. I think this is the same brand that when I was in Japan was known as Chuhai. Not Hi-Chew. Hi-Chew is the candy. Chuhai was a drug, although that may have been sake based. I can't remember. Don't quote me on anything, guys. All right, we're going to hit this guy with Gratia and hope for the best. Maybe I need to look up strategies in this game. You know what I mean? Let's Gratia the hell out of this dude. Right up his skeleton butt. Oh, yeah. See how much easier it is when you get the drop on him? And Gratia heals us. So we really... I'd love to be a Gratia-based build. The only problem is you have to go with whatever the enemy is weak against. You don't really just want to use Gratia all the time. But even if they're not weak against Gratia, you may want to use it if you're low on health. Oh, see how much damage it does to them when they're weak to it? Like, they're so much easier to kill that way. Okay, this guy's going to notice us before we get all the way down there. Nice try. Oh, dang it. Got him. Yeah, my RoboCop review was me kind of playing around with different formats. And the reason I like that review so much is because I think I hit on some of the comedy elements I've been looking for without being overbearing. Like, one of the things I want to do is try to have some funny moments, but not make it too obvious that I'm, like, trying to tell you a joke. I'm not a stand-up comedian, so I'd like to use more, like, dry humor and simple stuff. It's not overbearing, and it doesn't demand laughter from the audience, so to speak. All right, here he comes. All right. Gratia for the win, baby. Although, it's not healing me, so maybe I don't remember exactly how all this crap works. Uh-oh. Oh, I got shot in the back! I just remembered there's a dude with a big sword up there. What we're gonna do is draw him out so we're not getting shot by the archer. Oh, I didn't have time for that. Dang it. Okay, we got it. I need some sort of skill on this thing where I can get health back from hitting enemies, because I'm just tearing through my Armonia Amber. I gotta go by sound because I can't freaking see him around my giant freaking hammer. Oh, shoot. Man, he's fast. Oh, I'm trying to look around the hammer like turning my head is going to do anything. Oh, dang it. See, I keep getting it a little too early. Got him. And yes, you can actually stagger an archer by blocking his bow, or his arrows, rather. Fruits of Flame. Okay. Let's switch it up here to the torch. Although we have enough for Gratia, so... Well, crap. We're in this spot. There's a couple enemies up here. And if I'm not mistaken, we may end up getting kind of stuck up here. Oh, my goodness. Alright, we're just gonna run for it. Oh, my... Okay, we're just really screwing ourselves over here. Do those guys follow me? Down there? They don't. Nice. Very nice. So, Mayonnaise Chase, if you're still here, I know you have a stream, I think, later today. Have you picked your topics yet? You know what you want to talk about? You got any positive stories to tell? Uplifting, positive energy, fun, and happiness and joy. Let's do this. Let's blast this dude from behind. That sounds really bad. With Gratia. Oh, of course. Interrupted me. Dang it. Freaking archers, dude. They shoot so fast. Okay, I can't get a hit in. Not with this weapon. Oh, dang it. Whew. Y'all are going to think I'm lying that I've beaten this game twice. However, first time I struggled a lot. I remember struggling a lot. I just don't remember it being this hard. And I think it's because of the build I have. The second time I played it through on story mode, which is surprisingly easy compared to Souls-like. There is no middle ground with this game. It's hardcore Souls-like or easy mode. All right. Let's take a different route, because if I remember correctly, last time we streamed, I got kind of stuck and wasn't sure where to go from there. You can sort of not trade blows, but you can sneak some attacks in the middle of their swings if you time it correctly. Watch, see? And that works out rather well. However, you obviously can't do that with a big heavy weapon, like the big ass hammer, the BAH. I gotta remember which route to take. I thought that was the way to go, and we may end up going that way, but I feel like we got stuck and I couldn't figure out where to go. And we did. Oh, look at that. I got an item I didn't even see there because it's so bright in this game. Yeah, remember we came through here already. Oh, he's afflicted with dizzy. I'm giving them the dizzy. Can't forget that. The valuable shells we can sell for quite a bit, actually. They are valuable, that is true. I'm going to see if there's a different route that I missed. Oh, dear goodness. Crabs coming out of the ground. A one-shot kill. I love it. Another one-shot kill. There are actually secret areas in this game. There are entire areas I'm pretty sure that you don't have to go to. At least one. And then there are some secret bosses. There's one particularly interesting secret boss fight. I did experience it my first time through, which is nice. These guys don't appear to have any weaknesses. Uh-oh. He's going to throw that right at him. Bam! I'm going to help him out. I'm on the side of the big statue dude. Who would you guys side with? Big dudes or big dude or the little dudes? All right, well. Now he's against me, even though I just helped him out. He has no appreciation for the assistance I provided him. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, I blocked way too early. A little bit of delay on that arm there. I think we can parry that, but I can't remember. Ah, dang it. There we go. Although it looks like it still damaged me. Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, I could sit there and wait for them both to drain each other, but it just takes so long. And we got 7 Colossus Mask shards. So I imagine the Colossus Mask is going to be the brute skill in terms of like strength and whatnot. I don't think the Colossus Mask will be good for an Elementalist build. I think I really screwed up by going with Elementalist. Anytime I go with a magic build in a game, I always feel like it was the wrong choice for me. I thought I got the parry, but it still hurt me. Oh, That was a partial. Yeah, see, it's still hurting even if I parry it correctly. Oh, there we go. I got it. Perfect. Maybe I'm just not getting the perfect parry. I'm getting close. Oh, that was way off. Surprised they didn't do more damage. Got him. Love it. Sometimes I get health back and sometimes I don't. I got to figure out how I've spec'd out this character to do that as we move backwards. I think the other path we can take is up those stairs, and that's what we'll probably do at this point, if we haven't already. Because I don't know if this is really the intended story way forward. Did that dog see me? Yes, he did. You can't escape the dogs. Oh, man. Got him. The dog's extremely hard to gauge the attack timing. I kind of got lucky there. Remember we tried that challenge area over there? And, yeah. I don't think I'll be trying that challenge anytime soon. I wonder if I can block this bullet. I mean, parry it. Gosh dang, it's fast. Let me try again. Yes. Okay. Got it, even though I just spammed the parry. They do let you spam parry, and it works quite a bit. Hey, it's Black Gazebo over on Twitch. Oh, I got distracted. Come on, do it. Shoot me. Son of a gun. Okay, that spamming isn't working. Oh, jeez, as soon as he fires it. I mean, it's like... I gotta have some Oh, no. Okay, I got him. Black Gazebo's over on Twitch. We're dual streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. I am trying to make YouTube my primary, but I don't want to exclude my Twitch friends and family. He says, hey, how are you? I remember watching your Dark Souls walkthrough way before DS2 came out. Dark Souls 1 is my favorite game because of you. Awesome. Still one of my favorite games of all time. Just amazing. And at some point, I would like to actually stream it and have the very purpose of that stream be to get all the achievements, because I've never gotten all the achievements, because I've never been an achievement kind of guy. Dang, he's fast. Woo! Okay, I got that 2 in a row. Nice. Feels good when you actually achieve it, but golly, it's not easy. Oh, it was too soon. Dang it. Oh, it broke my lock-on. Okay, we got him. Shard of a detached memory. So, Black Gazebo, how have you been doing, man? Have you played Dark Souls lately? And what do you think of the remastered version? I gotta say, the remastered version, in many ways, feels like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They did some good stuff with it, and some other things not so much. Whew, boy. Okay. We're gonna get shot by this freaking cannon, dude. Should we just run through? Maybe we should just run through. Ah, we still got hit. Oh my goodness. Alright, now that we got the cannon blocked, we can at least deal with this guy. This game is not easy, let me tell you that right now. Maggie asks if the achievements are on the remaster or Prepare to Die. The remaster. The Prepare to Die edition is just a hassle at this point to, install the mods and make sure everything's running and all that. At least the remaster runs natively at 60. I mean, you can run it more, but sometimes it causes issues with physics and whatnot. slide through the floor. Like you slide down a ladder and your character just goes right through the floor. Clip out of bounds. Oh boy, okay. This game is really making me look bad. Maybe we should get some more health. And we can only level up once, but that's fine. We'll do what we can here. And then we'll spec into the Path of Innovators a bit more. Not too worried about, well, you know, we may end up using that elemental status clearing when we fight. There's this one woman who inflicts Milano, which is poison. And it would be really nice to be able to cure that and heal at the same time. While affected by Dizzy, your physical power and stamina regeneration are increased even further. Let's do that, because I do get dizzied a lot. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look at our setup here. We really should set all three of these up so that I can use all three instead of just one at a time. Except, you know, it's just so much to keep track of all three of them. You know what I mean? So we have Gratia, Fatuo, and Vis. I don't have Milano because I have a Milano weapon I could use. Perfect parrying and attack increases your physical power for a brief duration. Increases the duration of all weapon infusions. We're going to change out the perfect parry, increasing attack. While you're affected by Wicked, your elemental powers increased even further. We may use that. While your weapon is infused, mass lines deal more damage. While your weapon is infused, your stamina regeneration is increased. May go with that one. Do we have Gratia Path? I think we already have that installed. Yeah, installed. Equipped. Dodging an attack causes unraveling. That's not bad. Oh, we've got a spam bot over on Twitch. Needy cut off Ogwoof. Advertising bot viewers. No, thank you. I want organic, real. I want my viewers to be real. I'm talking organic, non-GMO, grass-fed, pasture-raised, fair trade, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Casting a ranged mass line briefly increases your Ardor power. Don't care. Fato, don't care about those. Infusion Master, we already have that. Increases the duration of all weapon infusions. I think we already used that. Infusion Master, while your weapon is infused, you deal increased elemental damage. And we have that one. So we could, let's see. Your Milano negation is increased. So we could equip that and use Milano. Increases all healing received while affected by Radiant. Using the Harmonia Amber clears status element while affected by Dizzy, your physical power. Okay. I guess we'll swap it out for increased healing while Radiant. But only while Radiant. Let's switch over to the big ass hammer. The BAH, abbreviated BA. And we're going to go this route, which I think is actually the way we progress through the storyline. Oh, we got some Milano douche nozzles. Okay, we're getting to get inflicted by Milano. I can barely see it over this giant hammer. Well, now I'm being shot at twice over. Well, I can't do both at the same time, guys. One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time. That didn't do as much damage as I hoped it would. Well, at least I got that guy now. Now I'm doing more damage. And we got him. It's so appropriate that Black Gazebo should be here, because if he likes Dark Souls, and he says he does, then Black Gazebo, I think you may very well like Enotria, the last song. This game was overlooked, I think, for a variety of reasons, one of which was the developer's fault. They released in a somewhat poor state. It had a lot of bugs and glitches. Enemies and bosses would just bug out and freeze in place, which, you know, that sucks. That shouldn't happen. But the developers have fixed most of the issues, so it's very rare for it to happen now. It has happened twice in this playthrough already, which is crazy, because the other 2 times I played through the game, it has only happened to me once. I don't know if there's a certain condition under which it happens. Okay, I don't see anything over here. Why is this area even here? Why'd they put this here? It's just a beautiful looking game in many ways. It does need to be optimized better, but it plays just fine as long as you have decent hardware. But a very different looking and sounding game from pretty much every other Souls-like. No other Souls-like is willing to go with this brighter aesthetic. Very sunny, crystal clear blue water. You can hear the ocean in the background. Very different setup. It's very Italian, just like the developer, Jama Games. Meggie says, I showed Dark Souls 1 PvP on PS3 online in 2021 to my friend who had not played it. Turned out I got slain by the same guy who I PvP'd with a lot in 2015 to 2017. Yeah, dude's still playing it, man. I'm sure there's still some people on it. The PC PvP scene died off pretty quickly because it's just so much easier to cheat, and there were so many more cheaters. All right, hopefully we can get that door open. Otherwise, I'm kind of stuck as to where to go. Yes, I've played through the game twice before, but it's been a while, and I play so many games, I don't remember all the details. I thought there was something hidden around here, but maybe not. All right, enough dilly-dallying around, enough fiddle-farting, dinking around. Let's go inside. Push it open. This is the way forward. I remember now. Okay, we did beat that NPC the other way, though. We got that giant statue right there, which is really cool. I think we can get that statue to move. Get some upgrade materials, and let's see if we can upgrade anything. So, the elemental power on that one is C. Let's see if I picked up any other good... Oh, yeah, the Cooper's Hammer. Wow, the Cooper's Hammer goes to an S for elemental. Really surprised that is the best elemental weapon we have thus far. Not to say we won't get a better one, but, I mean, S is as good as it gets. Meggie says, this guy was dominant and taunting on Seats Archives area. He was like a legend. Yeah, there were some guys that were super good at it. What I did was I would sit in the forest and I would allow the forest hunters to invade. I would sit in the forest in human form and or reverse hollowed, and I would I need 12,800 for that. I really do want to upgrade it again. I'm just not sure I can get 12,800. I would sit there in, human form, and I would just let them just come in over and over and over. Sometimes I'd be fighting 2 or 3 at a time. If you look at my YouTube channel, you can see that I actually have some really cool PvP videos where I actually got pretty good at it. Like, I was parrying people, and it was just wild. You know, I should find one and show you guys real quick. Let me jump over. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. Let me jump over to my YouTube, and we'll go to content, search across my channel, and we'll go to Dark Souls Miracle. I think I called it Miracle, and I put it to music, which, we won't play here, but we'll play it. Screw it, who cares? I don't even have this stream monetized. All right, full screen. You're going to see it in just a moment, guys. Although I don't know if I have a way to silence Enotria, but we'll just ignore Enotria for the moment. And we'll turn on that. This was a video I did quite a while ago, and I think it was even Xbox 360. Probably before the PC version came out. I put so much effort into it, seems kind of silly in hindsight, but... The PvP is about to hit, guys. I just try to edit to the beat of the music. To some degree. Here we go. I thought it was very emotional. I don't know. Maybe it's silly in hindsight. Boom. It's just a montage of PvP. I used all sorts of strategies and like turning around to use that God's Wrath or whatever it's called, Holy Wrath. I can't even remember what it's called. Wrath of the Gods. Angling with the weapon to get around shields. Using all the like kind of glitch things that people did back then. At one point, I don't know if it's this video, but I ended up like parrying 2 people back to back. And I gotta tell you, I won more often than I lost. Even against 2, sometimes 3 people at a time. Like, there'd be 2 blue invaders and 1 red one. And I made this like wide variety of different characters. I did not stick to one thing. I didn't pick like my one build and master it. I tried doing lots of different builds. This was my faith build. The one thing I never did a lot of though was sorcery. I just don't click with magic builds very well, but with the faith build, I just use the faith as sort of like a tool set in addition to my weapon and shield. Although I don't think I parry in this one, actually. And I don't have a shield in this one. Interesting. That Wrath of the Gods has to be pretty annoying. Getting blasted by it and knocked down constantly. Love the Claymore. Claymore was an amazing weapon if you knew how to use it. Especially on locked. You could make very effective use of the Claymore if you did not lock on. I treated lock-on as a tool, not as a requirement. I used it sometimes and didn't use it other times. Maggie says he was losing 30-1. You know, it's as long as you're enjoying the game, that's really the point of the game. I know a lot of guys out there are like, if you're losing, then you're a loser. What's the purpose of a game? To have fun. So who cares if you're winning or not? If you want to win to have fun, then try to get better and try to win. But maybe you just want to play. I didn't care if I won or not. I didn't care if I died. It didn't matter. I never got mad about dying. And when it came to hackers, it was more of just a frustration more than like anger. Oh, out of castings. And I made these PvP montages the length of the song, whatever song I picked. I also didn't cover up the names, which, you know, in hindsight, I guess I should have covered up the names. Blasting people out. Well, there you go, guys. There is one I want to show you a brief part of. I'm not going to make you guys watch the whole thing again. This is where I think I talk in it. I don't think I actually put it to
Hey guys,
video.
Fox with Foxio Games, and we're back at it in the Forest and Dark Souls. It's hammer time. That's right, this is my hammer build. Oh, looks like this guy is not paying attention.
You know, hearing my voice from years ago before I started working out and eating and kind of changing a lot of things, I just sounded so much younger. But I was also a lot younger. This is like 2011 or 12. So, Meggy asked, did you ever have like 20 to 30 minute duels in Elden Ring where it was intense and Invader would hide a lot? Not as much in Elden Ring, but I did have those in Dark Souls on occasion, like duels that would, not so much duels, but PvP that would just last forever. See, I started covering their names at this point. Oh, got a parry. Now watch this, guys. Watch this. I was so proud of this moment. Parried that guy. Parried that guy. And then, don't tell me. Don't tell. Oh, and then I parried the other guy and gets 3 parries in a row. It's not even a particularly great weapon, but like I said, I would just pick different builds, different weapons. I was just trying to become sort of like a jack of all trades, master of none. And I pretty much achieved that. So we'll get rid of all that garbage, and we will get back to Enotria, the last song. Let's activate the corda risonante. Yeah, 3 parries in a row and got all the ripostes, killed 2 invaders. I'm telling you, man, you sit in the forest back in the day when it was popular, when there were lots of people, and you keep fighting and fighting, you learn to get good at fighting off 2, sometimes 3 people at a time. You have to. One thing I don't like is how they put the ladder so close down here, because in my mind, I'm thinking I could just literally lift my arms up and grab the bottom rung and lift myself up. I mean, you know, it was kind of like in Dark Souls 2, where this tiny elevation would prevent you from moving to a different area, where you could literally just step your foot up on top of it. And there I am thinking, like, why doesn't my character just step up on it? Why am I acting like I'm being blocked by this? Because it wouldn't block him. He would just step up. He wouldn't even have to jump or climb. Just lift his foot. All right. This area is kind of cool. Excuse me. Oh, it's Custode. Or Custody. Maskless. All right, he's another character that's not voiced, unfortunately. Many of the characters were not voiced when the game first came out, and that was a complaint people had, because it feels out of place. Like, when I first played this game, and I encountered the first character with no voice work, I literally thought my game had bugged out. They added in voices for a lot of stuff, like the intro cinematic got a voiceover. So, Jama Games did a lot to try to answer the community's complaints. Excuse me, still sick, guys. I got my wife sick as well, but that's no surprise because, you know, I've been so sick. Jama Games tried really hard, and I think they deserve credit for, even though the game was not great when it first released, they fixed up almost all the issues. Fastline gaming VPNs were a thing in that time period. Yeah. Lag, internet latency, you know, your ping was a major issue. Especially, oh my goodness. Especially because FromSoft's netcode has never been the best. It hasn't been atrociously bad, other than Dark Souls 2, where Dark Souls 2 was pretty bad in terms of stuff hitting you across the room, across the screen, and lots of silliness like that. But, you know, a lot of online games had issues like that. I wouldn't say FromSoft's was particularly bad. It just definitely wasn't great. If you're careful and watch the ground, you can walk through part of this area, but not all of it. It's kind of like in Dark Souls where you go to the Darkroot Forest. If you go down below where the Hydra is, you have to watch to figure out exactly where the ground meets the water and where it drops off. Applied Dizzy to him with one shot. That'll be a shortcut later. I like how the little dizzy effects are still lingering. Can I open this from here? Excuse me. No. Oh, did Night Rain have connection issues? I've never played it. I know that some people complained about it. Some people said it was sort of like mid. Other people say they love it. I'm not a fan of that style of game, so I just never bothered to try it because it's just not something I want to bother with. And that's surprising to me because back when Dark Souls came out, and then Dark Souls 2, which I was disappointed in, but, you know, then we got, what, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, the Sekiro, all that. I was in that mindset of, like, man, anything FromSoft releases now, I'm going to at least try. And then I eventually got to the point where I was like, yeah, you know, Night Rain, no thank you. Okay, this is not easy. Dang it. It's hard to do this on an elevation. And he keeps pushing me backwards, too. There we go. Alright, what's he weak to? Well, it doesn't matter, he's gonna die. Okay. Not all enemies have a weakness, though. That's the other thing. No, I missed that. Yeah, these guys are so much easier than those stupid skeletons, man. Whew. Skeletons were insane. We got another spear chucker. Dang. Oops. Oh, he got me. Okay. Meggie says the cosplay skins for Night Rain characters look way worse than the originals. Are they selling skins for the game, or do they just include them with the game? That I don't even know. I would imagine they're included with the base game. I don't think From Software would go that cheap route. Yeah, see, that causes the statue to change position, and then you can actually use the statue to climb. Which is pretty cool. Dang it. But it's hard to account for two of them at the same time. It's very hard to parry when there's two of them. So you just get rid of one. Problem solved. Then you get rid of both of them. Blocked it. Still took some radiant buildup. Maggie says, not sure, but some classes like the Emerald Herald and Solera Vestora skins look worse than the original. That's a bummer. To not do justice to such characters. Like, I like the Emerald Herald as a design. I didn't like Dark Souls 2, really, because of the basic controls are all screwed up. But the Emerald Herald design is excellent, in my opinion. What in the world is happening? Man. This is not easy to navigate elevation while doing this. Oh, he did wig out a bit. So what we're going to do now is use this elevation to hit him. Oh, dang it. I didn't hit the button in time. Okay, there we go. I think they really do plan on you parrying a lot in this game. You're not intended to get through the game just attacking and dodging. You very much are intended to do the parry. It's a core mechanic. They teach it to you as a core mechanic. Not sure what that whistle does, that flute, whatever it is, but I'm pretty sure I don't want him doing it. I could be very confident I don't want him blowing his flute. And the last thing I want to do is blow another man's flute. All right, that dude's hiding over there. So we'll see if we can just get the spear chucker by himself. Yep, insta-kill. One shot, one kill. And, oh, he's calling all his friends. What a loser, man. Fight your own battles, dude. Don't be a wuss and beg other people for help. I have to block like 3 of those to stagger him. To unravel, rather. But I did it. Boom. Sizzling torch. Already have it. Doesn't hurt to get another one. Doesn't help. Alright, we'll sneak up on this guy and give him a good charged R2 to the back. Which he had no chance of surviving. Poor guy never even knew what hit him. One moment he was alive, and next moment he wakes up dead. Alright, so this guy's crying over somebody that's dead over there. Oh, shoot. He's Milano. So what we want is Vis. And our Vis is slot 2. So Gratia's the top one. Vis is the second one. Fato is the third one. So Vis is the second one. So we're going to hit him with some Vis. I don't know if we can sneak up on him. If we can, we'll do it. Oh, well, he didn't even hear us break all that shit. Oh, yes. That guy can be a very difficult fight. But thanks to the Vis enchantment, infusion rather, we toasted him. He got felted, as the kids say nowadays. We're cooking. No cap. Bet. But the way he was sitting there on that body was very sus. I sometimes use some of those terms, and my son gets so embarrassed, and he's like, Dad, stop it. It's like, why? You say it. He's like, well, you're not supposed to say it. Well, if you think it sounds stupid when you say it, or when I say it, maybe it sounds stupid when you say it. What's hitting me? Oh, that spear chucker? Is that all these spear chuckers, man. Oh, shoot. There we go. Who's ready for Lost Soul Aside? Releases tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Right, guys? August 29th? Tomorrow, Friday? It'll be interesting to see if it pans out. If it turns out to be as good as it looks. I know a lot of people are hyped up for it. I'm always a bit reserved. I'm hoping it's good, but I never quite know what to think. Oh, dang it. I was out of stamina. I thought I was going to do another hit. There we go. You've never heard of Lost Soul Aside, Maggie? It's been going around in Souls-like fans circles. I don't think it's a Souls-like. It looks more like a character action game, but it has some Souls-like elements, and that's what we're noticing a lot now. Is that people realize that there are a significant number of gamers who, oh, very nice, Harmonia expansion, love it. More heals. That's like getting additional Estus flasks. There are quite a few gamers out there who are getting what they call Souls fatigue. They're getting kind of tired of all the Souls likes. So I think that the trick is now, instead of giving up on Souls likes, you make a game that, while not a Souls like, has Souls like elements, but does other things like Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is not a Souls like, so to speak, but it has some similarities to it. And you just have a game that can appeal to the Souls-like fan base, but does not exhaust the fan base of games that is soulsed out, so to speak. Mayonnaise Chase says it's a hack and slash. Yes, I've heard that. The thing with hack and slash as a title, though, is sometimes it's used to refer to a game that requires like zero skill, and you just mash buttons and pop health potions constantly. I mean, there is strategy to a game like that, but for example, Diablo or games of that sort, there is no way to get through Diablo and take 0 damage. It's not a thing. At least none of the Diablos I played. Instead, you don't get through Diablo by blocking, dodging, and parrying everything. You get through it by learning what techniques and tactics you use, using healing items, using healing techniques or spells if you have them, taking out enemies faster so they do less damage to you because they hit you less when they die faster. So some games are not intended to be played like a Souls-like where you can dodge all damage. And that's fine. But a lot of people have gotten used to this Souls-like format where you can avoid all damage. And that's good in a way, but it's a style that not everyone's always on board with. Like, sometimes you just want to play a Diablo-style hack and slash. You just want to play a Dynasty Warriors. You just want to play Earth Defense Force or something. You know what I mean? You're not looking to have a game where you need to be super picky about the timing of every single attack, and if you miss a dodge or a block or a parry, you lose half your health. You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't want to die super easily all the time. All right, so this is another thing that got criticized, and rightfully so, but some of the enemies rubber band very quickly at set points, and it's just way too soon. He shouldn't be rubber banding there that quickly. You know what I mean? Like, he's just right off to the side there. Learning combos and timing is what I consider hack and slash. Yeah, so a lot of people say hack and slash to mean a game such as Onechanbara or Dynasty Warriors, where for the most part, you know, unless you like really push the difficulty up, you just mash buttons, and it's not super important to necessarily block or dodge or parry. You might not even be able to parry or block. You might not really have a reliable dodge. Foth87, how's it going, man? I remember that name, Foth87. Used to be around here quite a lot. Of course, I used to stream a lot, but I will be streaming more now, hopefully into the future. Trying to keep up a regular schedule here. Foth87, unless I'm mistaken, used to be a regular. Very recognizable name for me. Have I played Lords of the Fallen 2023? I have. I absolutely love the developer and what he's doing as a director. However, the game just never really clicked with me. Didn't like it when it first came out because it had a lot of issues. I had a friend of mine loved it, played it through 3 times. But for me, I didn't like the basic feel of the controls. It felt too much like that floaty Dark Souls 2 style. It's much better now. The 2.0 version has improved basic controls and combat. He has done so much to make the game better. He got rid of the body type A and B bullshit and put back in male and female. He seems like he really cares about making a cool, fun game for gamers. Oh, hey, let's go level up. I've got 24,000 Memoria. However, I still haven't felt like I really love the game. I made it quite a ways through. I think I made it almost halfway through the game. Foth87 says, I was a regular. Life happened, so I couldn't attend your streams as much. You know what, Foth? That's perfectly okay, because life happened to me, and I stopped streaming and uploading for something like almost 2.5 years. Like, I think it was just about 2 solid years that there was pretty much nothing on my YouTube channel that was new. Let's do this, though, actually. Let's upgrade the big-ass hammer, also known as Cooper's Hammer. One thing I don't like is it doesn't inflict dizzy very quickly on enemies, and dizzy increases their damage, but increases the damage they take. This game is all about balancing stuff. There's almost nothing in this game that's purely beneficial. Everything has like positives and negatives. Every status effect has sort of a good and bad, except for Milano. I don't really think that has a good. That's just poison. So far, we've been using the big ass hammer, Cooper's hammer, and the torch because we're going with an elementalist build. So what we want is elemental power. So if you look over there at elemental power, we've also used the Silver Wasp. We want that elemental power stat to be as high as possible. It goes D, C, B, A, and of course, S. We want it to be S if possible. Oh, look at that. If we upgrade again, it'll be a B on our torch. I like that. That's good. We don't need to upgrade the other torch. The Silver Wasp is a nice weapon. However, it does stack sick, which is Milano, quite a bit. So you can put poison on enemies, but one thing to keep in mind, if your weapon inflicts Milano, which is poison or sick, it also inflicts it on you as you use it. So you got to know when to back out and swap weapons. But this game is all about swapping your loadouts. You can have 3 entirely different loadouts with different mask lines, which are like spells, with different abilities equipped, with different weapons equipped, with a different mask, with a different aspect. You can make them very different. The only thing you can't change between the loadouts are your base stats. Those are always the same. Let's see. Trickster will give us more stamina. Oh, we don't have enough to... What am I thinking? We spend it on upgrades. All right. We got to hit this thing so that the... Whoops. Interact and jump are the same button. That's why you sometimes see me jump. Watch the statue. You see the statue, guys? Boom. It moved. So how have you been, Foth87? Anything crazy happen? Whoa, boy, I forgot he was there. What a douche nozzle. Okay, we hit each other at the same time. I came out on top. And here's a crab. We're going to eat him later. We're going to heal up because this guy can be kind of tough, but from this angle, we're able to bait him out without worrying about that other douche nozzle that shoots nonsense at us. Nice. If we get a good combo going with this hammer, they're dead. All right, let's see if we can sneak up on him. Nope. Oh, he still got us. Although we get his astral daggers. I think he dropped 10? That's crazy. We already went that way, so let's go back up. This really opens up the shortcut. This is not the way forward, it's just a shortcut. Very Dark Souls-esque style shortcuts here. Shortcuts are very well done. I like it. Very well placed. Let me, before I forget, put out another... Oh, actually, you know what? Let me kill this guy first, and then I'll put out another notification to people that I'm streaming. Alright, he's dead. And now we have to deal with this idiot. I think we can stagger him into oblivion. Yes, we can. Nice. Enjoy Oblivion. But it's not the remastered version. We sent him to the 2006 version of Oblivion. I have played Oblivion Remastered. I may do a video on it later. I'm working on a video. What the heck just happened? Oh, I lost it. I took too long. Gosh dang it. It's hard to see around the big hammer. Okay, there we go. I'm working on a video right now. It's already an hour and about 20 minutes long. It's probably going to be about 2 hours and 20 minutes in total length. But I think you guys will really like it. Might need to watch it in segments, though. Well, let's see. Oh, it switched back on purpose. That's right. Okay. Because once we cross a certain line, it switches back for us so we can continue onward. Alright, let's switch to the torch. Alright, one more of those and we got this guy unraveled. There we go. Love it. Although, it really should kill him. I mean, he's kind of a weaker enemy. How could that not kill him in one shot? The other thing that JAMA Games does really well with Enotria is they know how to do level design. They really do. Excellent level design. No swamps, no sewers. You rarely feel like you're getting lost. No mazes, you know what I mean? None of those typical, like, standard bullshit levels that a lot of developers feel like they have to include. And a lot of the areas don't fit any clear kind of stereotypical kind of area that you might expect. Oh, crap. Remember I told you how these things can be tough? Last time we got the drop on her, it, they, them, whatever that thing is. Okay, so we need Gratia. Gratia is what she's weak to. I think it's a she. So we're going to Gratia this girl. Oh my gosh. Woo! Got her. Got her. Nice. Huntress Mask Shard. I don't think we want that mask. What we need is a mask from a magic user. Oh, no. Don't kill me. No. I got to get past this. Come on. You got to be kidding me, because this opens up a shortcut. I don't want to die and have to go back again. Alright, we're going to go fight that guy. We're going to fight that guy in the back end. What we want is this freaking shortcut open, okay, guys? You got to get to the shortcut first. Boom, we got it. The first time I played this game, I was running up to this shortcut, and I accidentally walked right off and had to go all the way back up again. It was not a fun moment. Okay, let's see. Did I get any more materials to upgrade anything? The Mausoleum Protector looks awesome. It looks better than our barrel weapon, but it's not as high in the elemental power. We are now S elemental power. Doesn't get better than that, folks. Our sizzling torch, we need some blocks. We can buy those. And I think that's what we'll do, is we'll go buy some real quick. Let's fast travel to the Theater of the Masks. Maggie says, in modern era, people have access to these CC0 game scripts for controllers, so people with skills more in 2D and 3D design are able to create their dream games even if they're not into programming. Yes, I've heard about these very high-level game development engines that don't really require a lot of programming skill, if any at all. Kind of like, you know, like, this is a very simple one that you can't do as much with, but there's RPG Maker. That one's been around for a while. And of course, you can do Lua scripting with those. I know how to edit some Lua scripts just a little bit, but talk Rebirth. Oh, this is how you redo your stats.
Zami, Master. Oh, my heart did flutter. The cruel teacher he was.
I love the music in this game too. It's really good. The best of times, it was the worst of times. They didn't rip that off anyone. Oh, that's it. Okay. All we would need him for is redoing our stats at this point. So, let's go see if we can buy 2 Ephestite blocks. I don't know if we can buy blocks yet, but we'll go talk to the merchant. I'm trying to remember his name. What is it? Mechanate. Alright, let's see what he's got for us. Summon an Ardor Saber with the power of Beast. Summon an Ardor Sword imbued with the power of Fatuo and perform a chain of attacks. Okay. Does he have blocks? Nah, see, he's only got Unraveled Fragments, no blocks. But we can buy an Armonia Amplifier. So every one of our Armonia Amber uses heals us more, which is our Estus Flask. That we will do. I forgot these are here. We really want an expansion as well. That will give us an additional Armonia Amber sip. So what we can do to try to get that is sell some of these. Where are they at? Valuable shells. They're worth 2,000 a piece, guys. So if you want to farm Memoria, a great way to do it is to kill the crabs. Let's see, how many should we sell? How about 38? Well, you know, however many that was to get 38,000, and then we'll go in here and buy the other two. I think we got enough for both of these. Another amplifier and the expansion. Boom. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That resets our virtues. We already have two. Let's see. We can use this to reshape and improve masks. Yeah, we'll buy one. Why not? Okay. And now we're going to head back. We can't get the blocks we need, but that's okay. And actually, I think there might be some items hidden up here. Yep. I think this is a weapon. Yeah, the Theater Greatsword. I remember that because I actually used that weapon through most of a playthrough. I don't think it's really even the best one, but it's quite doable. I mean, you can pick almost any weapon you want as long as you balance, or as long as you kind of match it with your stats, kind of like Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, you could start with the Knight, or rather the Warrior. You could start with the Warrior and go the whole game with the Longsword. Just upgrade the Longsword. I've done it many times. I love the Longsword. It's one of my favorite weapons in Dark Souls. I've done many playthroughs using the Longsword for the entire playthrough. All right, we're going to fast travel back to the Hall of the Great Statue. The Statue of the Great Hall. All right. This is by no means the most popular game to stream, obviously. So that would explain why not getting a ton of people in here. I think I get a lot more people streaming like a newer game. So if I get Lost Soul aside and start streaming that, I think we'll see a better audience. And I do plan to do that. I hope to finish this on stream, so we'll see what happens. Will I stream Lost Soul Aside tomorrow? Maybe. I got to see what's going on first before I do that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and retweet myself that we are live so people see it and close that out. All right, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. By the way, anyone here served jury duty before? I'm no longer eligible for jury duty. I would never be picked because of my career. They would never pick me, trust me. But I'm excluded, which is good. However, before I had this career, when I was 18 years old, I got a notice for jury duty. So I show up, you know, thinking it's going to be something simple like theft or I don't know, whatever. And it was a straight up murder trial. Not only was it a murder trial, it was legit a famous murder trial that was, to some extent, talked about in national news. I'm not going to tell you which one. I could, but I won't mention it. All I got to say is if you were around back then and you cared about the particular individual that was connected, then you probably heard of it. You almost certainly have heard of it. Any plans for more Genshin Impact gameplay? Yes, big fan of Genshin Impact. I do kind of like Wuthering Waves better because you have parries and perfect dodges, so it feels like you can do a little more in the game. But Genshin Impact is still a really cool game. And I think isn't it more popular? I'm not sure on the popularity, but I know Wuthering Waves is newer. Messed that one up. Got him. Tell me this kills him. No? Seriously? Well, that did. Alright. We got Mr. Radiant Tosser over here. Yeah, I like Genshin Impact. Although I haven't necessarily built up an audience for gacha games. Though I wouldn't mind getting some gacha game viewers in my audience. I'd have no problem with that. Playing like Snowbreak, Containment Zone. Very much enjoy that. I just play it casually. I don't even know what everything is. I played like 26 hours though, and I probably don't know as much as I should. Played a lot of Wuthering Waves, probably about 20 hours. Less of Genshin Impact, but want to play more of it. I like the world of Genshin Impact better. The design, the way it looks. But I like the combat and gameplay of Wuthering Waves better. So it's like a toss-up, you know? Still alive? What a punk. Not gonna get me with your grenades. Are you a big fan of Genshin Impact, Meggy? It'd be cool if I could, like, set this off to blast the cannon by lighting it on fire in the back. Is this... No, okay. I was like, is this the boss fight? There's a boss fight that is in a room kind of like this, but not exactly the same. Alright. I think these guys are a little tough to sneak up on, but I'd really like to take one of them out. Meggy says, somewhat a fan of Genshin Impact. You know, it's a gacha game, so you got to take that into account. Gacha games aren't as bad as I thought they were. I think a lot of people have this real negative opinion of gacha games, but that's because of a lot of the negativity that goes around the monetization aspect of it. But the fact that they're offered for free, to me, kind of justifies a lot of what they do, because they have to make money somehow. Just be aware, if you're susceptible to gambling, you should not play a gacha game. You should not. Period. At all. It's like if you're an alcoholic and you're in recovery, you don't go hang out at the bar. You're gonna end up drinking. You know it. You know what I mean? Let's do this. He has no weaknesses, so we'll just hit him with an R2. Awesome. I got rid of one of them, so... Oh, man! They're so much faster with their big, heavy weapons than I am. And the fact that he has Dizzy means he's gonna be hitting so much harder. Oh, I locked onto that guy way up there. Interesting. Oh, I will say the lock-on in this game is not bad. Sometimes you lock onto enemies pretty freaking far away, which is insane. Like, you saw how far away I locked onto that dude up there? Let's see if I can do... Oh, I hit the wrong button. Give me a valuable shell. No? Darn it. Those are worth 2,000 each, so they're pretty good. You can use an item that increases drop rate. So if you're going to farm crabs, although if you use the Corda Risonante, I don't know if that resets the item that increases your drop rate. I don't think I've ever used the item that increases drop rate. Alright, we're going to climb this thing, and this is where it kind of copies the idea of, like, the rafters of Anor Londo. You're on very narrow ledges. And so it's tricky because the biggest risk you have is obviously falling. Alright, I haven't done an Ardor burst in a while, so we'll do that. And then we're going to have to run across this and hopefully not get shot and knocked off. You notice it didn't last long, so it's already gone. Can't go back. Alright, and then you've got the spear chuckers. Okay, I don't even see where the current spear chucker is. I'd like to know where he's chucking his spears from so I don't get hit by him. Where's this spear chucker? There he is. Okay, I see. I'm too far away for him to hit. I think they just crap out in midair. Oh, I was trying to dodge last second and I was too late. All right. Let's see. Is there anything down there? No. So no reason to go there. All right. Obviously, you guys know how this works. You got to be very careful. Maggie says you can get mostly any summon in Genshin if you save Primo Gems, but if you go for rank up constellations, might be difficult as free to play. I haven't mastered any of that stuff in any of the games, not even in Snowbreak where I've spent 26 hours. I probably should look up stuff so I can use my resources more effectively. I don't even know what half the crap is in these gacha games. You get so many resources, so many different currencies and items, and it's hard to know what's what. Fisherman Mask Shard. What shard is best for Elemental? I don't know. Alright, we'll try to open this. Hopefully nothing shoots us in the back. Oh, Sips of the Past. That I don't know what it is. Let's take a look and see what it says. Sips of the Past. Increases the amount of Memoria gained by defeating enemies over a long duration. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I'm not... Oh! I can't believe I just did that. But I didn't die, actually. That was really cool. I barely took any damage. I think I did everything I needed to do up there, though. Yeah, I think I got everything up there, so... No worries. You can fall quite a distance. But there is a distance at which you just instantly die, so... That's a thing. And I think, I came through this way. Okay. So now we need to see if I have to go back that way or if I can just progress this way. Is there anything over here? Probably not. Other than death by water. It is cool that you can jump in this game. It's like a real jump. You have a real jump button. It's nice to have that. Going back to Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, it just feels so awkward to have that weird, sloppy, clunky running jump thing where you have to click twice, you know? It's very imprecise and just not fun. Yeah, there are daily login rewards for gacha games, and, you know, people complain about that. I get it. You know, they're trying to get you to keep playing. Whoops, hit the wrong button. They're trying to get you to keep playing. They're trying to get you to feel like you got to log back in constantly, otherwise you miss out on something. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. He blew our cover, that douche nozzle. It becomes a login simulator. Yeah, sometimes you're just logging in for the rewards. I haven't logged into Snowbreak in like 2 days, I think. I typically don't get suckered in by login rewards, but I get people wanting to make sure they always get the login rewards. It makes sense. I don't blame people for doing it. Especially if all you have to do is log in and then you can immediately log out. But they're hoping you don't. Of course, the other issue with that is it is, of course, a games as a service. Not to say that games as a service is inherently always bad. It's not. It just comes with the huge, huge caveat that at any point in time, they can just entirely kill the game and it's gone, and that's it. If they decide to shut down the servers for Genshin Impact, it's over. No one can play it. And if anyone were to even try to create a private server, the company can shut that down fast. And that sucks, because if you just absolutely love Genshin Impact, but the company decides they're moving on to a different game, so they shut it down. That just sucks that you lose the game. Like, it's gone forever. You can never play it again. And that's something lost to time. Because people can't even, like, try to play it for posterity's sake or, you know, learn from the past. I almost died there. And people often say, well, why do you care about this older game anyway? Look at the modern gaming landscape right now. How many people on YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Rumble and all this stuff are still playing Nintendo games, are still playing Super Nintendo games, are still playing Genesis games? Lots of people. And think how old those games are. I mean, people are still playing and enjoying games from the 80s. So, the idea that no one will want to play a game from 5 years ago, of course some people will. People are playing games from 35 years ago. Excuse me. See, it is a big deal that I can't see around the big giant hammer, you know what I mean? Divination Spear, interesting. I'm not sure I've ever had that drop before. I wonder if it's an elemental weapon. Let's take a look. There's no way to know. They just kind of apply stuff seemingly randomly. Nope, it's not. Uh-oh. Gosh dang it. I hate when they do that. They have someone shooting at you as soon as you encounter another enemy. That's frustrating. I think it's kind of a cheap way to make difficulty, in my opinion. Especially because look at how hidden he is. He's like basically behind the water. How are you supposed to see him behind the water right there? Look, he can shoot us before we're even able to see him. That's cheap. So that's the kind of thing where I feel like, come on now. I get making the game difficult, but don't make it unreasonably so. You cannot see that guy through the water. But it's realistic. Yeah, well, if my character had to take a crap every so often, that would be realistic, but it wouldn't be fun now, would it? People forget that, you know, realism isn't necessarily the goal. Especially in a game like this. There's nothing realistic about it. Meggie says, originally Game Tune was going to be a single-player game, but they made it free-to-play, pay-to-progress game. They gambled $4 billion and made $21 billion in a year. Yeah, it's been hugely successful. That is also an issue, and a reason a lot of people hate those games like it is because of the environment it creates and what it causes developers to do. A lot of developers end up focusing all their attention on trying to create the next big live service game and flopping constantly, because what they don't realize is, yeah, that live service game that company made was really successful, but that's a rarity. Most live service games don't do so well. Many of them don't even make as much money as it costs to develop them, and then they just fade away. And that's something these publishers don't look at. The publishers spend all their time obsessing over the games that get the big numbers. You know, that's like your kids thinking, I'm going to become a YouTuber and I'm going to make millions. Well, if you're one of the biggest names on YouTube, but there aren't a lot of those, maybe a couple dozen at the most. So it's kind of like planning to be an astronaut. You could, maybe, but most likely you won't. You know what I mean? So you probably want a backup plan. It's the equivalent of all of these publishers, all of these stockholders thinking they're going to be an astronaut. That their developer is going to be the next astronaut equivalent in terms of making a game. It's not reasonable. Oh, he got me. Okay. Oh, I thought I could get one in. No, dang it. You also got to be careful when he shoots. I'm not sure if I can parry the shot. Oh. Got him. All right, I think he dropped something good, right? Nope, nothing. I believe he even respawns, unfortunately. Did I die down there before I made it all the way through? I don't remember, so we're going back down again. I always go that way and think it's not that way. So I did go this way, but I don't remember what happened after that. Maybe I died. There should be an enemy around here. Where is he at? Did I already kill him somehow? Where is he? You can go down here, but there's nothing down here, which is interesting. You know, any place you can go like that in a game, you always think, obviously, they made a path for you down there because there's something down there. Well, no, there's not. Oh, it was this path. Okay, so it looks like I can go that other way real quick. It's coming back to me, slowly, in pieces. Nope, just water. And we got the two dudes over. Nope, we already killed them too. We got the spear chucker though. All right. We have to figure out the actual path forward. There's a boss not too far from here, but I got to find the exact route to him. I was hoping to get to the next boss, but we may have 2 episodes of this stream without an official boss. But we did explore an optional area that was very difficult, so, you know. That counts for something. I think... Oh, I think that's the boss chamber. No, that's not it. That's where I came from. It looks similar from the outside. Love the creaking of the wooden ladder. The sound effects in this game are excellent. The sound engineering is really good. They've done so many things right. I'm definitely looking forward to... Whoops. Definitely looking forward to their next game, La Divina Commedia, which is going to be based on the Divine Comedy. You know, Dante and all that stuff. We've had a few games based on that, obviously, like Dante's Inferno. That was an okay game as, like, a God of War style game. I actually beat it, I think, on the 360. I don't think it ever came to the PC, if I remember correctly. I do want to get up there, maybe? Whoa! Okay, I just about fell there. Let's see, how do I get up there? Did I just go all the way around in a circle? Sorta, but you know what? Oh, this is the boss. Okay. We're low on heals. So we're going to hit the Corda Risonante, the checkpoint, and then we'll come right back. We almost fell off again. We're going to level up or upgrade, whatever we can do, and then we'll be back, and we'll fight the boss. Yoink! Cool. So the boss is right there. We don't have enough to get anything else in the elemental line. So what we'll do is get some more health. Yeah. Because we sure get hit a lot in this game. And just out of curiosity, I don't think I picked up any other upgrade materials, but we'll check. Although, we're using the increased mask effect potency. I don't know what that means, but you know what? We'll upgrade it because we're using it. I wonder if it gives us more Harmonia Amber charges. Would be interesting. And we could actually swap out one of these. Let's see. So we have... I'm trying to think of which ones are equipped on this character. On this loadout, rather. That one, I think... We don't have Golden Dart right now, but I do believe we have Drunkard Sword. Let's boost Meteoric Impact and maybe use that. We have Hungover Strike. But I don't think we have enough to upgrade anything else. No. Okay. Well, here we go, guys. It's boss time. We'll swap out between the torch and the hammer as needed. What sucks is if we have a boss that has no elemental weakness, because we're all about the elemental damage. We could still do elemental damage to him. He just won't be weak to it. This guy unfortunately respawns, so we have to fight him each time. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, nice. I got every single one of them except the attack he did that didn't actually hit me. And got a 2,000 Memoria valuable shell. Alright. We're also going to use some Harmonia Sap for this fight. I don't think this fight is too tough. It's going to reset our mass lines, unfortunately, so that's just the way it is. I did die to this guy a few times originally, so we'll see how it goes. Whoa! He's not kidding around, is he? Okay, he is Gratia, so we need Fatuo, which is, I think, our third line. Gosh, dang it. I'm dead already. I was too busy trying to figure out what he's weak to. So he's weak to Fatuo. Which I'm pretty sure is the mask line in the third slot for us. Yeah, Fatuo is the third slot. But let's see what we have in the third slot. Oh yeah, we have a Fatuo mask line that also applies Fatuo to the weapon. So it should do a good amount of damage just casting it, and then put Fatuo on the weapon to hit him with. What we might do is actually use... Well, no. We've upgraded this more. Let's just stick with the hammer. With the Harmonia Sap, it should give us health per hit. So we'll get back some of any of the health that we lose. Oh, dang it. He already saw us. He's surprisingly easy to parry once you get used to the timings. Whoops. Although sometimes when you parry, you get pushed back, and you can like move out of range of the attack, so you miss the next parry. All right. We want to build up a mass line, so we'll start with the torch to build it up. Oh man, those are some delayed attacks. Dang it. Okay. I remember, this guy is actually a little tougher than I originally thought. He moves fast. So the challenge is going to be building up the mass line to get started with that Fatuo. But you know what we could do? We will equip conjures a Fatuo area for a short time when tossed. We only have one of those? Oh, I guess we can only have one at a time. Anything else? Throwing daggers imbue with Fatuo. Deal Fatuo damage. Yes. So, we're going to have a bunch of stuff that does Fatuo damage. And we're going to make use of these items. Should help us out. Do some damage to him. Alright, let's try to get this guy without alerting him this time. Oh. Oh, we'll just hit him. Got him. I do wish he didn't respawn, because he's like the only enemy between you and the boss, so he's kind of like a time waster. But you can farm him for valuable shells. Oh, we can only use 2 of the consumed blades. Alright, well, we'll just see how much it does. Oh. Gosh, dang it. Okay. That 4-hit combo. I missed the first 2, screwed me up on the 3rd, and then, you know. These bosses can do combos that kill you if you don't properly parry them. And they are very difficult to dodge. Dodging is sort of like a secondary thing in this game. Unlike a lot of Souls games, you're not intended to use the dodge as much. You're really supposed to be a parry machine. This guy's not dropping the shells for us, is he? It'd be nice if he dropped the shells so we can sort of farm shells as we go too. We'll pop an Ammonia Amber, and let's see what this does. We have more? Oh. He's weak to that, so we want him in there. Dang it, that delay on that thing. Okay, here he goes with the 4-hit combo. Oh, nope, the kick. Oh, he missed me. Oh, it's a 5-hit combo. Oh. Missed it. Oh, I missed the kick. Well, he missed me with the, Dang it. I need to heal. There we go. Gosh, dang it. He's quick. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the corner. He's got me in the corner. Oh, my gosh. I'm almost dead. Let's see if I can get this off before he gets to me. And then one more. We'll use this as protection. We'll hit him with a Fatuo blade. Oh, shoot. And then we'll use an Ammonia Amber for some heals. Let's get him with this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Darn it. I meant to apply Fatuo, not that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I missed it. Of all things to miss. Oh, okay. Dance Dance Soul's Illusion. It's, yeah, he moves quick. I screwed that up because I used my Gratia mask line because he's using Gratia. And that's, I'm supposed to use Fatuo to combat his Gratia. Oh, gosh dang it. He's missing me. It's like I gotta move to the side to get within range to parry him. Some of the crab's base attacks actually miss you if you're standing dead center. Alright, so the torch to build up our mass line. And then we'll go from there. We're gonna hold on to our... Oh, dang it. Bad timing on my part. Whoop. Got greedy. Oh. Man, that's just so fast. Okay, I applied it, but now I need to heal. And I meant to have my hammer on, so I screwed that up. Man, that's a 5-hit combo, but that punch at the end is very weak, thankfully. Dang it. Man, I just cannot get those. Nice. Oh, I meant to do this. We still got time. Okay, we got it. Oh, man, he knocked it out of me. It's always that combo. Sometimes he jumps over me and he's not even facing me anymore. I gotta figure out the placement for that combo. This game requires a lot more thought put into your loadouts than a lot of Souls games. Yep. There we go. Becoming quite the master at parrying the crab, who doesn't want to drop any shells for me, because he's a punk. Alright, let's try to remember to switch to the barrel before we use the mass line. Oh. Man, he got me right as I came up off the ground. Okay, I got all but one. I have enough for the mass line. And I forgot to switch my weapon, darn it. I got a partial parry on the punch. Got him. If we could build up to another mass line, I can remember to switch. There we go. I healed even though I didn't need to. I guess I got more of the parries than I realized. Okay, we got Fato on the hammer. Let's heal. Let's apply an Harmonia Amber. And then let's toss this. Oh, dang it. He happened to get me too. Ah, shoot. We want to get in this field so he suffers the damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, the field went away too quickly. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, and the Fato's gone. Oh. Okay, well, we still got the application of the Fato, so that's what counts. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, we got him. Didn't take nearly as long as Zani did. Man, remember how many times I died to Zani? I bet you his weapon has Gratia on it. And I don't think we can get in there. I don't know if I ever got the key or whatever to get in there. Maybe you drop in from up above? Yes. Well, maybe. Oh, you jump up there. Okay, so maybe I did get in here before. Okay. Oh, there's a trap, eh? Didn't get me, though, thank goodness. We have an unraveled ephestite block. We need the regular blocks to keep upgrading, I think. Well, at least for the torch. Let's see what that weapon is. I gotta remember which one it is. I think I remember what it looks like. It's kind of like a sword. Yeah, Veltha's greatsword. Yeah, it's just attacking Ardor. Ardore. It's not whatchamacallit. We're not gonna go down there yet. We're just gonna explore around here a bit, make sure we get everything. We want all of our elemental. Wow, I have a ton of heals left. I don't know if it restocked them or not, but I could have kept healing like crazy. Of course, we used the Harmonious Sap, and that helps. Oh, I remember these guys. Oh, well, that didn't help. Oh, okay. Having as much trouble as the boss. Got him. That's how it's done, folks. All right. Does this continue onward? It does. So let's go open up that elevator. I don't remember where it goes. But we will know in just a moment. Here we go. Ah, would you look at that? Takes us back to Phalasia. Don't you love how the world's so interconnected? That's another thing that they do so well. JAMA Games, for their first effort, has done just such an amazing job with interconnecting their world. Most of the Souls-likes that have come out after Dark Souls, including many of the ones from some of the ones from From Software, basically just rely on teleporting, warping, and don't necessarily connect the world like Dark Souls used to connect. If you want a well-connected world where tons of different areas connect back to other areas, this is the game for you. This is why I keep telling you guys, Enotria is so much better than it gets credit for. It really deserves a lot more attention. Instead, it's passed up, it's ignored. It is really a hidden gem. So, yeah, the Game Hub in Dark Souls was masterful. Absolutely, Maggie. But if you play this game, you'll find it's much the same. It is also very well done. Maybe not as well done as Dark Souls. I'm trying to think. I don't recall everything, but it's... As you noticed, we just got a shortcut back to a previous area that we were in. And it's the kind of shortcut to a previous area that you generally don't see in a lot of modern Souls-likes. And like I said, even FromSoft, say with, for example, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, they are now relying more on warping. And that's not to say warping is bad. Elden Ring would be pretty miserable if you had to run around, even with good shortcuts. You gotta be able to warp. And imagine in Elden Ring, you can only warp to a few different spots, and the rest of the map you have to run across. Even with good shortcuts, it'd still be very time-consuming. But in a smaller game that's not so open world, not giant, like Enotria, the last song, it's really cool to have these interconnected areas. Whoops. Well, he is inflicted with Dizzy now, so we gotta be careful because he's gonna do a lot more damage. I suck at parrying these guys, even the boss. I didn't even parry him right there. I just got lucky and he swiped over my head. Oh, see, he just missed me. That's another thing. They didn't fix all of the situations where NPC, like the enemies, can actually just legit miss you while you're standing right in front of them. Yes, Tyler. Dizzy causes them to do more damage and take more damage. And Dizzy is inflicted with Vis, right? Yes, Vis inflicts Dizzy. That's the cup. Fato inflicts Wicked, Gratia inflicts Radiant, and Milano inflicts Sick. It's kind of tough to try to memorize them all. It gets confusing because none of the terms mean a lot, especially if you don't know any Italian or even Latin. Gosh dang it, I hate these dudes attacking you from a distance like that. They're punks, you know that? He almost shoved me off the edge. Maggie says, in Dark Souls 2, doing PvP and co-op felt like I was playing MMO instead of P2P. Dark Souls 2 is, to me, the biggest problem with Dark Souls 2 is the basic movement is kind of broken. It's a snap to movement. You don't have full 360 control. You don't even have as much control as you have in Dark Souls. You kind of snap into place, and you can see your character doing this weird sort of motion. And Tyler says, I'm a warp kind of guy. Yeah, you can warp in this game, which is great. You can warp to all the chords, the corda risonantes, but it also has really cool interconnected shortcuts, an interconnected world. So it's got kind of the best of both worlds. You've got both things going on. However, it does kind of defeat the purpose of having really cool interconnected shortcuts if basically you can just warp anyway. But still, it's nice if the shortcut takes you somewhere that's not immediately at the next warp point, so maybe somewhere you'd want to progress through. Yes, the new game by Gemma Studios, which was just announced that almost nobody is talking about except me and Tyler, is La Divina Commedia, which it looks amazing. I think it's going to be great. I think they learned a lot from their experience with this game, and I think it will be even better than this one. Nobody's said it's a Souls-like yet. They say it's they say it's an action RPG. I think it's probably going to be a Souls-like this game is. I don't think they go with something totally different. I think they're going to refine what they started here. Oh man, I'm tensing up on this guy. Let me heal up here because he's now dizzy and I'm a little low on health. The delay on his attacks are a little tricky. Oh, yes. Oh, he swiped over me. Bam. All right. Thank goodness his windups are so long. It actually allows me to get hits off with the big-ass hammer. So, Tyler, have you spent much time playing Enotria, or are you still trying to complete the... I think you said you were playing another game, and then you were going to go to Enotria. Really good game. Like I said, has a lot going for it. It's an absolute shame that it's just been passed up, and at this point, I don't know if people are going to come back to it. You know what I mean? This guy needs... What does he need? Gratia. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm about to die. I hope he doesn't inflict the Milano because that would kill me at this point. Gosh dang it. Okay. Woo! Told you those guys are tough. I got the drop on the first one, so you guys didn't get a chance to see what it was like to fight the first one. I'm trying to get to the next Corda Risonante through the progression over there before I finish up here. Yeah, I would like to go back to Lords of the Fallen. I have tried it after the 2.0, but I haven't tried it after, like, the last two patches. Hello? Oh, there it is. Morte. In my review of Enotria, if you haven't seen it, you can watch it. There aren't really any spoilers. I do show some of the bosses, though. In my review of Enotria, I make a joke about it. I said that when you die, it says Morte, which is Italian for you suck. And of course, that's not true. I don't think you suck, and it's Italian for death or you died. I think, is it death or is it you died? I don't know. It's one of those. It's just, I know what it means, essentially. I don't know the exact verb form, or if it's the noun. There we go. So satisfying to get those kind of fatal hits. I forgot what they call them, whether they're fatal attacks or whatever. Oh, that idiot just fell off the cliff. I love it. Dumbass. That's what he deserves, honestly. For trying to shoot at me. Do I like any first-person shooter dungeon crawler games like Legend of Grimrock, or first-person dungeon crawlers, Legend of Grimrock, Elder Scrolls 2? I have, I think, both Legend of Grimrock games. I played a few hours of it. I used to play them a lot back in the day, like the DOS ones. What was it? Eye of the Beholder and ones like that. I've gotten out of playing them. I wouldn't say I like them. I would say if there was one that was good enough, I would play it. I played several of the Might and Magic games. I liked 8, I just never made it very far because they're very complicated. There's so much to keep track of. There's so many different classes. There's so many different effects that just, you know, like you get poison or some status effect and it's like, that's it, you're dead. You can't cure it. You just die. I think they make them too cryptic and difficult oftentimes, and that really holds them back in my opinion. Legend of Grimrock was cool. I didn't like how restricted your movement was, how you were locked to a grid. I know that's a style. Oh, dang it. Gosh darn it. I need to drink twice to make up for all that damage. Can I stagger him? Let's try this. Oh. This will, okay, unravel him. Got him. And yeah, they don't make a lot of the first-person dungeon crawlers anymore. Although, if you don't mind playing on the DS or emulating DS and 3DS, there was that... oh, I just had it in my mind. What is the first-person kind of dungeon crawler game where you make your own map? That was on Nintendo DS. Etrian Odyssey? Is it Etrian Odyssey? I had that at one point and was playing it. I used to... I'm better now about playing games all the way through, if I like it. What I used to do is I'd play a game for a few hours and then give up or just get distracted by another game. So, yeah, you know. All right, there we go. I was able to get Gratia, her weakness, on my torch, and then I just went wild. Because I figured I could get some stagger in there. The power of Gratia. Oh, so this takes us back here, which, have we already been in this area? Or is this a new area? Oh, it's a new area. Cool, cool, cool. I think this is maybe an optional area. No, it's not. It's not. This is how you progress. All right, so we have that guy. He's pretty darn freaking tough. So, oh, he's already noticed us. All right, we'll do this your way, punk. Okay, he flattened me. Pancaked me. Okay, I missed that. Let's try it. Oh, I forgot about that move. We're just trading big hammer blows. And he's kind of winning at the rate we're going here. I cannot stagger him. And I don't think he has a weakness. But we will go with a little Gratia. Dang it. Really sucking at fighting this guy. There we go. He's not dead yet? Well, he is now. Taranta, Breach Defender, Mass Shard. Oh boy. It would be tough to get that mask, I could imagine. Oh, almost sent myself reeling off the edge. I feel like there was an item over here, but no. Is there something behind the waterfall? No, come on. You gotta put stuff behind the waterfalls. Who remembers what was behind the waterfall in Shadow Warrior? Does anyone remember? I'll give you guys a few minutes, and if no one gets it, I'll tell you. There's a path over there. There's a path here. Let's take that path over there real quick. What was behind the waterfall in Shadow Warrior? Oh, we can't get up there. We have to drop down from up there. Okay. To get to the treasure chest. Shadow Warrior, the original was a really good game, and the remake was a really good game as well. Both worth playing. There was, behind the waterfall in Shadow Warrior, a 2D anime girl that's just like back there, and I think she was topless, like holding her top with her hands. It was just silly. You didn't get anything for it. It's just something to see. Basically an Easter egg. All right, let's boost our elemental some more and get some more health. I feel like I'm just not doing as much damage as I did when I spec'd into pure, like, kind of strength build. Let's see if we can get that treasure chest, and then we'll call it a stream. You know what? I don't know if we can get there. Oh, okay. That didn't work. Obviously, that is not the way. It is not the way. I guess we have to come out from, like, a cave or something. I kind of like the armors in this game. They do look pretty cool for what they are. Alright, I think we'll call it there. Meggie says, Dungeon Crawlers looks at first glance not that interesting, but after playing the grid-based environment, you like immersing yourself in. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of games that, excuse me, take a bit of getting used to. They have like a bit of a learning curve, and then you have to overcome the fact that they're not as immediately exciting as, say, like an action RPG or something like that. But once you kind of start getting into it, you get into the flow, you know how the stats work, you know what builds to have, how to use spells, how to spec out your characters, what gear to use, where gear is hidden in the world and whatnot, how to find hidden stuff, how to navigate. Then it gets really fun, and you pick up on it. But they do have a bit of a learning curve, that sort of hump you have to get over to start enjoying them, especially if you haven't done that before. But again, thanks to everyone that joined me. Maggie, Tyler was here as well. Mayonnaise Chase was here. We had Foth87, Black Gazebo. Am I missing anyone else? A few other people popped in and then popped out without saying anything. Needy Cut Off Ogwoof, who showed up to spam the chat in Twitch to try to get us to buy streamer or viewers, which we're not going to do. But anyway, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Still building my audience here. Eventually, I'll have a donation thing and a Patreon and all that stuff. I just don't want to push that nonsense when it's only a handful of people and bother people and do the e-begging when it won't be of much value. But I do hope to actually get something going where I'm making more videos on a regular basis. I'm making a certain unique style, like the video I'm working on right now. I hope to start making those on a regular basis. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, Maggie. Thank you for showing up. You're becoming quite the regular. I want you to consider whether you'd like to be a mod for the chat. Think about it before you answer. I need to get a few new mods because most people that have been modded are from the distant past, and I don't even know if they show up anymore or if they exist or if they're even alive. I don't know, you know. So that is it for today. I will see all you guys later, and as always, my friends, stay real, keep playing, and never forget, yesterday's tomorrow is today's today. And with that, my friends, the G3 Brigade